So, welcome everyone. I know we have several Sangha members here in glorious Padmasambhava, and then due to the miracles of technology, also we're able to join with you all here in one mandala of wisdom, love, compassion, the blessings of the lineage, and have some time to recall and reflect, and most importantly, practice the practice nundro teachings. Let them settle into our minds and hearts together as one mandala with our precious teachers, Venerable Khenpo Tsewang Dongyal Rinpoche, Khenchen Palden Shara Rinpoche, His Holiness Dudjom Rinpoche, and all the great lineage masters. So to begin, as usual, we'll just, everyone, rest our minds, let our bodies be in good posture, supported by the earth, open to the sky. Let our breath be natural, rest our minds, and let our joy, appreciation, bodhichitta, and pure vision settle and arise as best we can. And then we'll begin with the 7-line prayer and lineage prayers, just inviting the presence and blessings and power and abilities of the 3 jewels, all the lineage masters. And we'll reflect a little on the teachings, and then we'll practice. So we'll just start and begin. We'll start with a few minutes just silent meditation, resting, and then we'll begin. We'll be using 2 main books today. If you don't have the books, you can order them, or if you ordered them, they may be on the way to you. But we will be reciting things in English, so you can join in the meaning, reflect in the meaning as best you can. Again, my name is Laia, and this is Lama Dragpa, and so we'll be using this treasury of precious mantras and prayers. Also, it's often called the daily prayers or opening prayers, and then also the preliminary practice of the new treasure of Dudjom, or the nundro sadhana. So first we'll, like I said, relax, just meditate quietly for a few minutes, and then we'll begin with the 7-line prayer and lineage prayers, which begin in the daily prayers on page 14. Again, we'll begin with this 7-line prayer, invoking the presence and blessings of Guru Padmasambhava, embodiment of all Buddhas of the 3 times. And then we'll also just continue on after that in our daily prayers with this short Guru Yoga and then our lineage prayers. Page 14. Om Bodhin Yuji Nu Chan Sam Pedma Gesa Dumbola Yatsin Jurgi Nurugni Pedma Juni She Sudrak Kodu Kanro Mang Bekor Jeji Jesu Dab Druji Jinji Lo Bodhin Yuje Nu Chan Sam Pedma Gesa Dumpola Yazin Jurgi Nurugni Pedma Juni Jesu Drak Kodu Kanro Mang Bekor Jeji Jesu Dab Druji Mojin Yuje Nu Chan Sam Pedma Gesa Dumpola Yazin Jurgi Nurugni Pedma Juni She Sudrak Kodu Kanro Mang Bekor Jeji Jesu Dab Druji Please give your supreme blessing to this place. Please give me the 4 initiations of the supreme practice. Please remove demons, misguidedness, and obstacles. Please grant the supreme and ordinary cities. Om Ahum Vajra Guru Pema Siddhi 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 Om Ahum Vajra Guru Pema Siddhi
Om Ahum Vajra Guru Pema Totren Sa Vajra Samaya Sa Siddhi Pala Hunga. Om Ahum Vajra Guru Pema Totren Sa Vajra Samaya Sa Siddhi Pala Hunga. Om Ahum Vajra Guru Pema Totren Sa Vajra Samaya Sa Siddhi Pala Hunga. Pema Totren Sa Vajra Samaya Sa Siddhi Pala Hunga. Om Vajra Guru Pema Totren Sa Vajra Samaya Sa Siddhi Pala Hunga. Om Vajra Guru Pema Totren Sa Vajra Om Ahum Vajra Guru Pema Totren Sa Vajra Samaya Sa Siddhi Pala Hunga. Om Vajra Guru Pema Totren Sa Vajra Samaya Sa Siddhi Pala Hunga. Om Vajra Guru Pema Totren Sa Vajra Samaya Sa Siddhi Pala Hunga. Om Ahum Vajra Guru Pema Totren Sa Vajra Samaya Sa Siddhi Pala Hunga. Om Vajra Guru Pema Totren Sa Vajra Samaya Sa Siddhi Pala Hunga. Om Ahum Vajra Guru Pema Totren Sa Vajra Samaya Sa Siddhi Pala Hunga. Vajra Guru Pema Totren Sa Vajra Samaya Sa Siddhi Pala Hunga. Om Vajra Guru Pema Totren Sa Vajra Samaya Sa Siddhi Pala Hunga. Om Ahum Vajra Guru Pema Totren Sa Vajra Samaya Sa Siddhi Pala Hunga. Om Ahum Vajra Guru Pema Totren Sa Vajra Samaya Sa Siddhi Pala Hunga. Om Vajra Guru Pema Totren Sa Vajra Samaya Sa Siddhi Pala Hunga. Vajra Samaya Sa Siddhi Pala Hunga. Vajra Guru Pema Totren Sa Vajra Samaya Sa Siddhi Pala Hunga. Om Ahum Vajra Guru Pema Totren Sa Vajra Samaya Sa Siddhi Pala Hunga. Vajra Samaya Sa Siddhi Pala Hunga. Om Ahum Ri Maharini Tsara Tsariya Sita Ring Ring Sa. Om Ahum Ri Maharini Tsara Tsariya Sita Ring Ring Sa. Om Ahum Ri Maharini Tsara Tsariya Sita Ring Ring Sa. Om Ahum Ri Maharini Tsara Tsariya Sita Ring Ring Sa. Om Ahum Ri Maharini Tsara Tsariya Sita Ring Ring Sa. Om Ahum Ri Maharini Tsara Tsariya Sita Ring Ring Sa. By the Guru, Dakinis, and their retinues, to all of us who are devoted disciples, to my body, please give your body blessings. To my voice, please give your speech blessing. To my mind, please give your mind blessing. Please give me your blessings of the 4 empowerments. Please give me your blessing to purify my 4 obscurations. Please give me your blessing of spontaneously accomplishing the 4 paths. Please give me your blessings of obtaining the 4 kayas. Om Ahum Vajra Guru Pema Deva Dakini Kaya Abhigenza Om Waka Abhigenza Zita Abhigenza Hung Sawa Abhigenza Ring.
We'll continue. The next page, page 20. Samantabhadra, Vajrasattva, Pramadavajra, Sri Singha, Padmakara, the 25 king and subjects, So Zur, Nub Nyak, and the 100 Tirtans and others, the lamas of the Kama and Terma lineages, to you I pray. In the past you were the Vijaydhara, Nuda, and Dorje. In the future you will be the Buddha Mopataye. Now you are the regent of Padmasambhava, the actual presence of Drokpa and Lotsawa. Jigdral Yeshe Dorje, to you I pray. Happy with little, content and rich in jewels of the 3 trainings, with loving compassion, seeing all beings as parents. Through 3-fold realization, you made 3 doors, 3 Vajras. Virtuous monk, Pema Sotram, to you I pray. The supreme tradition of the glorious Buddha Padmasambhava, which is the essential, extraordinary view and doctrine of the early translation school, you keep alive and spread by the light of wisdom. Lord of Dharma, great Khenpo, I pray at your lotus feet. In the palace of the Ogmin Dharmadhatu, the essence of all the Buddhas of the 3 times, the one who shows clearly the Dharmakaya of my own mind, we pray to the Honorable Root Guru, glorious Root Teacher, precious one, dwelling on the lotus seat on the crown of my head, hold me with your great kindness,
bestow the accomplishments of body, speech, and mind.
Now we'll do a little Vajrasattva practice in the tradition. So if you know the Vajrasattva, you can recite that, or if you have this, page 76. Chom dende pa doje semba la cha sa lom Vajrasattva samaya manupalaya Vajrasattva tenu pa tija denu me bawa Sudukayo me bawa Subajayo me bawa Andurato me bawa Savasidi me prayata Savakama Susame Ziram Chiriyam Guru Hum Ha 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 ho Bhagavan Sarvatata gata Benjama me Munza Bendri Bawa Mahasamaya Satu Om Vajrasattva samaya manupalaya Vajrasattva tenu pa tija denu me bawa Sudukayo me bawa Subajayo me bawa Andurato me bawa Savasidi me prayata Savakama Sutame Ziram Chiriyam Guru Hum Ha 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 ho Bhagavan Sarvatata gata Benjama me Munza Bendri Bawa Mahasamaya Sadu Om Vajrasattva samaya manupalaya Vajrasattva tenu pa tija denu me bawa Sudukayo me bawa Subajayo me bawa Andurato me bawa Savasidi me prayata Savakama Sutame Chiriyam Guru Hum Ha 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 ho Bhagavan Sarvatata gata Benjama me Munza Bendri Bawa Mahasamaya Sadu Om Vajrasattva samaya manupalaya Vajrasattva tenu pa tija denu me bawa Sudukayo me bawa Subajayo me bawa Andurato me bawa Savasidi me prayata Savakama Sutame Chiriyam Guru Hum Ha 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 ho Bhagavan Sarvatata gata Benjama me Munza Bendri Bawa Mahasamaya Sadu Om Vajrasattva samaya manupalaya Vajrasattva tenu pa tija denu me bawa Sudukayo me bawa Subajayo me bawa Andurato me bawa Savasidi me prayata Savakama Sutame Ziram Chiriyam Guru Hum Ha 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 ho Bhagavan Sarvatata gata Benjama me Munza Bendri Bawa Mahasamaya Satu Om Vajrasattva samaya manupalaya Vajrasattva tenu pa tija denu me bawa Sudukayo me bawa Subajayo me bawa Andurato me bawa Savasidi me prayata Savakama Sutame Ziram Chiriyam Guru Hum Ha 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 ho Bhagavan Sarvatata gata Benjama me Munza Bendri Bawa Mahasamaya Satu Om Vajrasattva Hum Vajrasattva Hum Vajrasattva Hum Om 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 Vajrasattva Hum. Offer the mandala to all the 3 jewels, 3 roots, and request the teachings to arise in our minds and hearts in honor to all the great lineage, especially our precious teacher, Khenpo Tsewang Dongyal Rinpoche, who embodies the lineage so beautifully. Page 24 in our daily prayers. Saji puchu jukshi me totram rira lingchi ni de jembadi sanje shindu mi te puvayi roku namdak sinla chupasho idam guru ratna mandala kam niryatayami semchin namchi ze padam lo yi jita jitawa je chung tung mong te pa yi chu chi ko lo ko tu so. The earth anointed with perfumed water and strewn with flowers, Mount Meru and the 4 continents ornamented with sun and moon. By offering them visualized as a Buddha field, may all sentient beings enjoy the Pure Land.
Idam Guru Ratnam Mandala Kam Niryatayami. According to the wishes of sentient beings and their capacities, for the high and low, common and uncommon vehicles, please turn the wheel of Dharma.
So, again, thank you and welcome everyone. We here in Padmasambhava, we have the beautiful opportunity to be here in service to the Mandala and study, reflect, and also do what we can to help support this place. And then along with that, we've been meeting every Saturday afternoon to reflect a little on nundro and especially to do the practice together. And so Khenpo Tsewang Rinpoche so kindly wanted to offer that opportunity for the rest of the Sangha, so we're so glad you can be joining us here today. So I'll try my best to reflect a little on the teachings, and I'm sure Lama Dragpa will do a great job. But most importantly, we wanted to just practice, reflect on the teachings together. Some of you may not be as familiar with the nundro. Some people may be currently practicing nundro and doing your accumulations. Some people may have finished and are still keeping that continuum to be the real beautiful base of our practice and your practice. So as we all know, over 2,600 years ago, the great kindness teacher, Buddha Shakyamuni, came into this world as a manifestation of 3 countless aeons of developing and actualizing his bodhicitta, and came to this world in order to benefit the most beings connected with him. He brought this beautiful message of wisdom and compassion to this world. It spread throughout this world, throughout Asia. It came to Tibet due to the blessings and aspirations and authentic activities of the king, Trisundetsen, Shantrakshita, and so many fortunate disciples, and was held and practiced there and brought into this day. So this is the lineage we hold and try to engender in our heart. The nature of all these teachings, like our precious teachers always remind us, is simply to reveal our innate nature, remove the obscurations to that, and bring out its beautiful qualities of wisdom, love, compassion, that's uncontrived and completely natural and completely free of obscurations. And so that's the essence of the Buddha's teachings. That's the essence of the path. And we have limited time, but it is thought to go over just some little basic things with the nundro practice. First is, what is nundro? So, the word meaning of nundro, I think many of you know, but again, we're all here to remind ourselves, not just intellectually, but really reflect and bring this into our heart to the best of our abilities. The word meaning of nundro is a Tibetan word, means kind of what goes before, or sometimes that's translated in English as preliminary, or foundation is really most meaningful. Means the nundro practices are the practices that embody all of the Buddhist teachings, all of the trainings, all of the practices, so beautifully and concisely. And therefore, that means from beginning, middle, end, we're connecting with that. we're connecting with the essence of the teachings. The aspects that what makes any practice meaningful, what makes any study meaningful, what makes any contemplation meaningful, what makes any meditation meaningful and beneficial. That's the ingredients and the framework of the nundro practice. That's what nundro means. These are practices that nothing's missing. They embody everything we'll ever come upon in our path. And we just need to connect and reconnect and purify and bring out our beautiful qualities until we're fully enlightened Buddhas for the benefit of all beings. Did you want to add? We're here together, so yeah. I don't want to be doing all the talking.
Yeah, so please, to take a step back and really ground this conversation of nundro, the preliminary foundation practices. This practice, it's all about having a fresh, living experience of Dharma. So we all want the vivid, awakened, alive, connected, very pulsing, energetic experience of now, of life, in our relationships, in our practice, at our work, with our families. We all want that vivid freshness when we're really on and we're really attuned and attentive and we're deeply caring and considerate of what's happening around us and within us. So that's our wish. That's the common everyday wish of all beings, to be happy, to be freshly engaged right now and now and now. And that's like the ideal of living of life, like to always be kind of in a thriving mode of mind. And then the practical reality is a lot of the time we're not. I'm not. There's dull times and bored times and difficult times and drama times and sad times. And so we need to, when it comes down to the bedrock, how do we maintain a fresh, living presence of Dharma in our lives? Now and now and now and now, over time, so that the Dharma blends with our daily experience. It's not something we just do in the morning or in the night. We have those formal sessions to reactivate those qualities that are within us, to really freshly bring them out and bring them as a living experience. But what nundro is about is this set of practices that go all the way back to Buddha Shakyamuni and through Guru Padmasambhava, and this unbroken, stainless, living lineage, this golden chain of mountains, all the way up through Venerable Khenpo Rinpoche's, and all of these great noble beings that we're so fortunate to be around in the world now. They're here, they're alive, they're teaching, they're helping us. And here we are, so fortunate to be able to connect with this living, vivid experience. The Buddha revealed the exact techniques that when we put them into practice in our own lives, with our own minds and our own emotions, they'll bring us into a fresh, awakened state of experience right now. And the difficulty is we keep popping ourselves out of that state. We keep going into a habitual default mode of taking things for granted and going through the daily grind and always focused on some outer thing or some upcoming event and basically not paying attention enough to what's actually happening now. So what nundro does is gives us this framework of going for refuge in the three jewels, the Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, reactivating that living presence of bodhicitta, that vivid, infinite love and compassion, a deep, caring, genuine concern for ourselves and those around us and all beings. The Mandala offering of generating merit, or these positive, natural goodness qualities we all have, really bringing them out, make this generosity, this abundance of kind of a living presence that's really caring and appreciative. That's like having merit, or having these positive qualities come out. And then purification, the Vajrasattva practice of removing what's blocking that from happening. What are we taking for granted? Where are we stumbling? Where are our bad habits that we kind of trip up over? And removing those, seeing them clearly, just directly, honestly, and one by one, patiently, calmly, receiving the blessings of the lineage and these enlightened beings, and allowing that to settle and not have as much energy. Gradually those kind of destructive emotions or the difficulties, they reduce until eventually they're eliminated. And these positive natural goodness qualities we have within ourselves start coming out more and more. They become more naturally expressed. They become more on average how we are. And then thirdly, the Guru Yoga practice of receiving the blessings of the lineage. I mean, we jumped right into these lineage practices and supplications with Guru Rinpoche. And oftentimes we want this fresh connection to a lived experience, but we really don't care for actually the causes and conditions of what really help bring that about. And so what this Guru Yoga practice is really activating this deep sense of warm-hearted connection and tenderness and vulnerability and receptivity to the lineage, to these awakened beings. And so these are the 5 sections of Ngondro: Refuge, Bodhichitta, Mandala offering of accumulating merit, Purification of Vajrasattva, removing destructive emotions, and then receiving the blessings of the lineage with Guru Yoga practice. So these are like the 5 kind of sets of a Ngondro framework, and that's for any Tibetan Buddhist practice of Ngondro, these foundational practices. And then the Nyingma school of Tibetan Buddhism is the lineage through which this comes to us right now as a lived experience. And so specifically this Dudjom Tersar Ngondro is what we're focusing on here, and what Venerable Khenpo Rinpoche have so kindly offered us, and then requested that we all kind of really reactivate this as a living experience, and that this is a lifelong practice. Ngondro, like a real gentle reminder, is this is a way of life. Ngondro becomes a way of life because love and compassion and wisdom is like that it's a natural way of being, and we're trying to really reconnect with that in ourselves and in others as much of the time as we can. So Ngondro is a framework that would really bring that out in ourselves as a lived experience. So that's why we put all the time and the years of practice into this. It's really one of the most rewarding, beneficial things we can do with our time, and we can offer to others and become more kind and considerate when we're with others. And then it comes down to just putting the time into doing the practice.
Thank you.
Yep.
Yes, so that's it. Just a little bit. And again, this is just today. We'll be meeting every Saturday as far as the webcast, at least through June, except for the 19th. So we'll have more time to reflect a little more. Just give a basic intro. So this is the Dudjom Tersar Ngondro. Like Lama Dragpa just said, there are different sections and there are many different Ngondro practices. We have this beautiful, concise practice given so fresh from the mind and heart of His Holiness Dudjom Rinpoche. So this is the main practice we'll be focusing on. But any commentary you can read on Ngondro will apply. And all the teachings we've heard can land in our Ngondro. And so we'll begin and really give time to settle into the practice as we're chanting, reflecting on the meaning, reflecting on the teachings we've heard, relaxing our mind, connecting with our joy, appreciation, contentment, devotion, bodhichitta, and relaxing our mind. So we'll start, and then, like I mentioned in our email, if people have any questions, you can write to us. So we'll begin. Again, we'll just start with a little silence, and now we'll be moving to this Nundro sadhana. Maybe as a good thing, we'll start also with this prayer, calling the Lama from afar. We'll recite the 7-line prayer once, and then
Page.
we'll go. So 7-line prayer in this is on page 12 if you need. Mojin yuji nu chan sam, pedma ge sa dom po la, yatsin chudi nu rup ni, pedma jung ni shi su drak,
kodu gandro mangbe kor, jeji jesu dadunji, jinji lobji jesu so, guru pema siddhi hong. Samantabhadra, Vajrasattva, Pramanavajra, Sri Sangha, Padmakara, the 25 king and subjects, So, Zor, No, Nyak, and the 100 Tirthans and others, the lamas of the Kama and terminal lineages, to you I pray. In the past, you were the Vidyadhara, Nudin Dorje Tsal. In the future, you will be the Buddha, Mopataye. Now you are the regent of Padmasambhava, the actual presence of Drokben Lotsawa. Jigdral Yeshe Dorje, to you I pray. Happy with little, content and rich in jewels of the three trainings, with loving compassion, seeing all beings as parents. Through threefold realization, you made 3 doors, 3 Vajras, virtuous monk, Pema Sotram, to you I pray. The supreme tradition of the glorious Buddha Padmasambhava, which is the essential, extraordinary view and doctrine of the early translation school, you keep alive and spread by the light of wisdom. Lord of Dharma, great Khenpo, I pray at your lotus feet. In the palace of the Ogmen Dharmadhatu, the essence of all the Buddhas of the 3 times, the one who shows clearly the Dharmakaya of my own mind, we pray to the Honorable Root Guru, glorious root teacher, precious one, dwelling on the lotus seed on the crown of my head, hold me with your great kindness, bestow the accomplishments of body, speech, and mind.
Let's go to this Calling the Lama from Afar, page 18. The essence, primordially unchanging, the innate nature, free from elaboration, dwells as the youthful base body, the originally pure, profound clarity. Dharmakaya Lama, Yeshe Dorje, be aware of me. Please grant the blessings to attain great confidence in the view. The nature, unceasing, conjoined configuration of luminous clarity, dwells as the display of the spontaneously present 5 certainties. Sambhogakaya Lama, Dechen Dorje, be aware of me. Please grant the blessings to perfect great ability in meditation. The compassion without bias, the primordial wisdom free from all limitations, dwells as the essence of all pervading naked awareness emptiness. Nirmanakaya Lama, Drodho Lingpa, be aware of me. Please grant the blessings to accomplish great progress and action. The primordial ground of one's own awareness is unchanging and unmoving. Whatever arises as the expression of the Dharmakaya is neither good nor bad, since awareness of nowness is actually the Buddha. Completely free, serene Lama is revealed in one's innermost heart. When this original mind is realized as the very nature of the Lama, there is no need for whining, contrived prayers made with grasping and attachment. By letting go in the free natural flow of uncontrived awareness, not holding whatever arises, the blessings of self-liberation are obtained. Through fabricated practice, there is no time to achieve enlightenment. This meditation, produced through mental analysis and intellect, is a deceiving enemy. Now conceptualization falls apart with the abandon of a madman. Let this life be spent in a state of uninhibited, naked ease. Whatever one does, joyful, practitioner of the great perfection, in any company, happy, lineage holder of the lotus-born, protector without rival, great treasure revealing Lama, teachings beyond compare, heart essence of the Dakinis, having dispelled the heart's darkness, great ignorance in its own place, the undiminished sun of luminous clarity shines continuously. This good fortune is the kindness of the Lama, the only Father. Unrepayable kindness, only remember the Lama. Unrepayable kindness, only remember the Lama. Unrepayable kindness, only remember the Lama. Now we'll go to the next session. And now the container for our practice is about an hour now. So just knowing that, that's how we'll pace this. We'll chant a little in Tibetan and then also in English, and reflecting on the meaning. These words are the doors to to really allow ourselves to work with our own mind and reflect on these qualities of the teachings which are bringing out our own beautiful goodness qualities. So we begin now with this outer nundro, reflecting on these 4 thoughts that turn the mind toward the Dharma. Namo Lume Tinji Gompo Lama Jin Dajo Dini Shindu Nepaka Chetse Mita Jiwe Chujin Yin Kedik Lechi Dre Luwame Kamsun Korwa Dunya Jansu Nang Dene Dadlo Jula Jurwa Shog. Namo Lama, infallible, constant protector, be aware of me. The freedoms and the favorable conditions of this human birth are extremely difficult to obtain. Everything born is impermanent and bound to die. The results of virtuous and unvirtuous actions, which are causes, are inexorable. The 3 realms of cyclic existence have the nature of an ocean of suffering. Remembering this, may my mind turn towards the Dharma. Namo Lama, infallible, constant protector, be aware of me. The freedoms and the favorable conditions of this human birth are extremely difficult to obtain. Everything born is impermanent and bound to die. The results of virtuous and unvirtuous actions, which are causes, are inexorable. The 3 realms of cyclic existence have the nature of an ocean of suffering. Remembering this, may my mind turn towards the Dharma. Namo Lama, infallible, constant protector, be aware of me. The freedoms and the favorable conditions of this human birth are extremely difficult to obtain. Everything born is impermanent and bound to die. The results of virtuous and unvirtuous actions, which are causes, are inexorable. The 3 realms of cyclic existence have the nature of an ocean of suffering. Remembering this, may my mind turn towards the Dharma. We'll just sit with that for a few moments. Now we'll begin the inner nundro, or extraordinary foundational practices. So we're beginning with going for refuge, the gateway to all Buddhist practice, which is essentially our joy, devotion, trust, closeness feeling with the Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, in this case embodied as Guru Padmasambhava and all the lineage masters. And so, again, as we continue, we can go over each section, but today we'll move through and connect in whatever way you're connecting with this practice. And we'll give about 5 minutes to do this. Traditionally we recite these 2 lines in the presence of Guru Rinpoche and all the great lineage masters, Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, Devas, Dakinis, Dharmapalas, all the Buddhas of the 3 times, all the great lineage masters, with the mother and father of this life to our right and left, and all beings of the 6 realms before us, and in one voice, with gesture of our body, speech, and mind, we pay with deep reverence our joy, devotion, our courage and commitment to the path, to the teachings, and to our precious teachers. And so we'll begin chanting, and then we'll all get up and we'll do prostrations for maybe about 5 minutes, So if prostrations are hard for you, you can do as you do, or traditionally if you do some Vajrasattva. But if you'd like to join us, please. Dizung chanchu ningpo mato bar Lama kuncho sumla chapsu chi. Dizung chanchu ningpo mato bar Lama kuncho sumla chapsu chi. Dizung chanchu ningpo mato bar Lama kuncho sumla chapsu chi. From now until attaining the heart of enlightenment, I take refuge in the Lama, the three jewels. From now until attaining the heart of enlightenment, I take refuge in the Lama, the three jewels. From now until attaining the heart of enlightenment, I take refuge in the Lama, the three jewels. Dizung chanchu nimpo mato bar Lama kunchu sumla japsu chi. Dizung chanchu nimpo mato bar Lama kunchu sumla japsu chi. Dizung chanchu nimpo mato bar Lama kunchu sumla japsu chi. From now until attaining the heart of enlightenment, I take refuge in the Lama, the three jewels. From now until attaining the heart of enlightenment, I take refuge in the Lama, the three jewels. From now until attaining the heart of enlightenment, I take refuge in the Lama, the three jewels.
Until attaining the heart of enlightenment, I take refuge in the Lama, the three jewels.
From now until attaining the heart of enlightenment, I take refuge in the Lama, the three jewels. From now until attaining the heart of enlightenment, I take refuge in the Lama, the three jewels. From now until attaining the heart of enlightenment, I take refuge in the Lama, the three jewels. Now we can sit. And then briefly, the visualization now is, again, Guru Rinpoche is before us. To his right and left, the Buddhas of the three times, all the Arhats and Bodhisattvas, behind all the texts and teachings, before all of the dakinis and deities of the three roots. They all the assembly of Nitri, they merge into Guru Rinpoche's form, and then all the beings of the six realms, including our mother and father of this life, like a massive flock of birds, just alight up into the tree, and all dissolves into Guru Rinpoche, and then we, through our great connection, like shooting star, go to his heart, and then we'll just rest our mind in that place. Now we'll continue with the second section on page 30, Generation of Bodhichitta. Again, another main foundation of our practice, the precious Bodhichitta. So again, with Guru Rinpoche and all the refuge tree before us, we'll express our deep motivation with the four boundless. Reflect on the meaning of these words. So what we'll do is we'll recite these words, connecting with their meaning, generating our bodhicitta, the mind of loving kindness and compassion. And then we'll recite all together. And then as usual, then we can each move into our own rhythm of reciting this bodhicitta vows, and then we'll do that for maybe about one mala. Dani shunte korwa matomba, majo semchen kunji pendedru. Dani shunte korwa matomba, majo semchen kunji pendedru.
Dane Junte Korwa Matombar Majo Semchin Gunji Bende Dru. From now until samsara becomes empty, I shall accomplish the benefits and happiness of all sentient parent beings. From now until samsara becomes empty, I shall accomplish the benefits and happiness of all sentient parent beings. From now until samsara becomes empty, I shall accomplish the benefits and happiness of all sentient parent beings.
Dane Junte Korwa Matombar Dane Junte Korwa Matombar Junte Korwa Matombar. From now until samsara becomes empty, I shall accomplish the benefits and happiness of all sentient parent beings.
From now until samsara becomes empty, I shall accomplish the benefits and happiness of all sentient parent beings. From now until samsara becomes empty, I shall accomplish the benefits and happiness of all sentient parent beings.
And we'll just rest our minds in bodhicitta. We'll move to the next section, which is a mandala offering, accumulation of merit, which is essentially offering, just like it says, offering everything within our experience, imagined and actual, to the three jewels, to perfect our path. And so we have this mudra, and later we can go over the actual mandala plate, but for now we'll make this mudra, and again we'll recite, and then we'll all go at our own pace for maybe about 5 minutes. Again, in the presence of Guru Rinpoche, all the three roots and three jewels. Sera kunji ludang lonchut pal, sotni zokche koncho sumlabu. Sera kunji ludang lonchut pal, sotni zokche koncho sumlabu. Sera kunji ludang lonchot pal, sotni zokche koncho sumlabo. Sera kunji ludang lonchot pal, sotni zokche koncho sumlabo. The bodies, enjoyments, possessions, and glories of the succession of all my lifetimes, I offer to the three jewels in order to complete the two accumulations. The bodies, enjoyments, possessions, and glories of the succession of all my lifetimes, I offer to the three jewels in order to complete the two accumulations. The bodies, enjoyments, possessions, and glories of the succession of all my lifetimes, I offer to the three jewels in order to complete the two accumulations.
Sera kunjiru dangon chota sokni sokche kunjo sumla. Sera kunjiru dangon chota sokni chota. Sera kunjiru dangon chota sokni sokche. Sera kunjiru dangon chota sokni sokche kunjo sumla. 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 Sera Sera kunjiru dangon chota sokni sokche kunjo sumla. Sera kunjiru dangon chota sokni sokche kunjo sumla. Sera kunjiru dangon chota sokni sokche kunjo sumla. Sera kunjiru dangon chota sokni Sera kunjiru dangon chota Sera kunjiru dangon chota sokni sokche kunjo sumla. Sera kunjiru dangon chota sokni sokche kunjo sumla. Sera kunjiru dangon chota sokni sokche kunjo sumla. The bodies, enjoyments, possessions, and glories of the succession of all my lifetimes, I offer to the three jewels in order to complete the two accumulations. The bodies, enjoyments, possessions, and glories of the succession of all my lifetimes,
I offer to the three jewels in order to complete the two accumulations, the bodies, enjoyments, possessions, and glories of the succession of all my lifetimes. I offer to the three jewels in order to complete the two accumulations.
We'll go to the next section, the Vajrasattva, Purification of Obscurations. Chivo lama dorsem ye mepe, kule dutsi jubab drigjanjo. Above one's head is Vajrasattva, inseparable from the Lama. From Vajrasattva's body, a nectar stream descends, purifying one's obscurations. We'll recite this 21 times. Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Tenopa Tita Dido Mebhava Sudakayo Mebhava Subhajayo Mebhava Anurado Mebhava Savasidi Mebrayata Savagama Zizame Jitsam Chiriyam Guru Hum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sarvatata Gata Vajramame Minza Badre Bhava Maha Samaya Sato Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Tenopa Tita Dido Mebhava Sudakayo Mebhava Subhajayo Mebhava Anurado Mebhava Savasidi Mebrayata Savagama Suzami Jitsam Chiriyam Guru Hum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sarvatata Gata Vajramame Minza Badre Bhava Maha Samaya Sato Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Tenopa Tita Dido Mebhava Sudakayo Mebhava Subhajayo Mebhava Anurato Mebhava Savasidi Mebrayata Savagama Suzami Jitsam Chiriyam Guru Hum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sarvatata Gata Vajramame Minza Badre Bhava Maha Samaya Sato Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Tenopa Tita Dido Mebhava Sudakayo Mebhava Subhajayo Mebhava Anurato Mebhava Savasidi Mebrayata Savagama Suzami Jitsam Chiriyam Guru Hum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sarvatata Gata Vajramame Minza Badre Bhava Maha Samaya Sato Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Tenopa Tita Dido Mebhava Sudakayo Mebhava Subhajayo Mebhava Anurato Mebhava Savasidi Mebrayata Savagama Suzami Jitsam Chiriyam Guru Hum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sarvatata Gata Vajramame Minza Badre Bhava Maha Samaya Sato Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya
Tizam Jim Guru Bhagavan Zavadada Gata Vajramami Vajrasatva Samaya Satava Om Vara Zavazamaya Manabalaya Vara Zavadena Tizam Jim Guru Bhagavan Zavadada Gata Om Vara Zavazamaya Manabalaya Vara Zavadena Sabazidi me prayata zavakama sutami Sabatata gata vajramami munze vajrivava manzamya satova Vara zavazami Vara zavadena bhadididi meva zubajeme vanatamiva Sabazidi me prayata zavakama sutami Jizam jinguru humbagavan Sabatata gata vajramami Umbara zavazamaya manabalaya Vara zavadena bhadididi meva zubajeme Sabakama Sutami Jizam Jinguru Bhagavan Zamatata Om Vara Zavazamaya Anaratami Vazubaziri Medraya Jizam Jinguru Sabatata Gata Vajramami Om Vara Zavazamaya Sabazidi me prayata zavadam Om Vara Zavazamaya Manabalaya Vara Zavadena Vadidiri Sabazidi me prayata zavadam Om Vara Zavazamaya Manabalaya Vara Zavadena Sabagama Zutami Jizam Jim Guru Bhagavan Zavadana Gata Vajramami Mandavansamaya Satva Om Vara Zavazamaya Manabalaya Vara Zavadena Vadidiri Sabagama Zutami Jizam Jim Guru Bhagavan Zavadana Gata Vajramami Mandavansamaya Satva Om Vara Zavazamaya Manabalaya Vara Zavadena Vadidiri Sabagama Zutami Jizam Jim Om Vara Zavazamaya Manabalaya Vara Zavadena Vadidiri Subhajema 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 Prayata Sabagama Zutami Jizam Jim Guru Bhagavan Sabadata Gata Vajramami Munza Vajramama Zamya Satva Vara Zavazamaya Manabalaya Vara Zavadena Tira Tira Meva Subhajema Subhajema Vanadameva Subhajema Prayata Sabagama Jim Guru Bhagavan Sabadata Gata Vajramami Munza Vajramama Zamya Satva Vara Zavazamaya Manabalaya Vara Zavadena Tira Meva Subhajema Subhajema Vanadameva Subhajema Prayata Sabagama Tizam Jim Guru Bhagavan Sabadata Gata Vajramami Munza Vajrivava Mahasamaya Sato Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manobalaya Vajrasattva Teno Ba Dita Didu Me Baba Sudokayo Me Baba Subhachayo Me Baba Anulato Me Baba Savasiti Me Prayata Savakama Sutami Tizam Jim Guru Ahaho Bhagavan Sabadata Gata Vajramami Munza Vajrivava Samaya Sato Vajrasattva Vajrasattva Om Vajrasattva, 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 Om Vajrasattva, Om Vajrasattva, Lama Oshurang Tim Yenenang Riktong Donji Lame Ramshata. The Lama.
34.
30. Right. Next page. The Lama dissolves into light and is absorbed into oneself and becomes inseparable with one's own state of being.
Page 34. More back.
Sorry.
Okay.
Vajrasattva melts into light and becomes mingled in one taste with one's own perceptions. Good. Now to the fifth section, page 36. The swiftly penetrating blessings of the Guru Yoga. Visualizing ourselves as Vajra Yogini with Guru Rinpoche before us. Rangni doje na jo dunkaru sawe lama bembe kurjen jo. Oneself is Vajra Yogini, and in the sky in front, the root teacher manifests in the form of Padmasambhava. Dusum sanje malu dupeku sawe lama jodla sorvade
Tichi Bado Sum Du Du Je Sum Du Sun Jun Je Me Pa Jin Ji Do Du Sun San Je Ma Lu Du Pe Ku Sa We Lama Jodla So Wa Dim Tichi Bado Sum Du Du Je Sum Du Sun Jun Je Me Pa Jin Ji Do Du Sum San Je Ma Lu Du Pe Ku Sa We Lama Jodla So Wa Dim Tichi Bado Sum Du Je Sum Du Sun Jun Je Me Pa Jin Ji Lo.
The
Embodiment of all the Buddhas of the three times, without exception. Most excellent root teacher, I pray to you, in this and future lives and in the bardo, in these three, hold me with your compassion. Bless me ceaselessly throughout the three times. Embodiment of all the Buddhas of the three times, without exception. Most excellent root teacher, I pray to you, in this and future lives and in the bardo, in these three, hold me with your compassion. Bless me ceaselessly throughout the three times. The embodiment of all the Buddhas of the three times, without exception. Most excellent root teacher, I pray to you, in this and future lives and in the bardo, in these three, hold me with your compassion. Bless me ceaselessly throughout the three times.
Om Ahum Vajra Guru Pema Siddhihum. Om Ahum Vajra Guru Pema Siddhihum. Om Ahum Vajra Guru Pema Siddhihum. Om Ahum Vajra Guru Pema Oma Hum Bara Guru Pema Zero 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 Hum Bara Guru Pema Oma Hum Bara Guru Pema Zero Hum Bara Guru Pema Oma Hum Bara Guru Pema Siddhi Hum Gusun Tuji Wanji Yongzo To. The blessings and empowerments of body, speech, and mind are completely and perfectly obtained. Vajra Guru Kaya Waka Seta Siddhi Hum. Now 38. Lama Usurang Ting Ye Mena Ring Tong Dongji Lame Rangjata. The Lama dissolves into light, is absorbed into oneself, and becomes inseparable with one's own state of being. Behold the emptiness awareness, the true face of the Lama.
turn to the next section, the Poa, feeling in the presence of the Buddha Amitabha. Make this aspiration and prayer. Gompo pa me la sol wa dim, Zablam po wa jung wa jing ji lom. Gompo pa me la sol wa dim, Zablam po wa jung wa jing ji lom. Gompo pa me la sol wa dim, Zablam po wa jung wa jing ji lom. I pray to the protector Amitabha, the Buddha of limitless light. Grant me the blessing to become accomplished in the profound path of Poa. I pray to the protector Amitabha, the Buddha of limitless light. Grant me the blessing to become accomplished in the profound path of Poa. I pray to the protector Amitabha, the Buddha of limitless light. Grant me the blessing to become accomplished in the profound path of Poa. Next page, charity of the body, dedication of virtues. Dani ludang don chua ke cha che, ma jo ro la pang pa me pa tang, ro dun tap chin gek me du pa shok. Dani ludang don chua ke cha che, ma jo ro la pang pa me pa tang, ro dun tap chin gek me du pa shok. Da ni du dan don cho ge cha che, ma jo ro la pang pa me pa tang, ro dun tap chin gek me du pa shok. Now my body, possessions, and the source of my virtue, all together, I give without clinging to all beings who have been my parents. May I accomplish great benefits unobstructedly for all beings. Now my body, possessions, and the source of my virtue, all together, I give without clinging to all beings who have been my parents. May I accomplish great benefits unobstructedly for all beings. Now my body, possessions, and the source of my virtue, all together, I give without clinging to all beings who have been my parents. May I accomplish great benefits unobstructedly for all beings. So we've completed our nundro session, and now, as always, we'll seal our practice with expand our bodhicitta, make these lineage dedication prayers and aspiration prayers. So, beginning in our daily prayers, we'll go to page 29, the long life prayer for His Holiness Dalai Lama, and then we'll turn to page 26, long life prayer for the tuku of our precious Khenchen Palden Sherab Rinpoche, and then to 30 for the long life prayer of Khenpo Tsewang Dongyal Rinpoche. And in that spirit, really long life and protection, well-being and fulfillment for all the great peacemakers in this world and all the worlds. Gangri rawe korwe shinkamsu, bendan dewa malu juwe ne, Resi Guan Tinzin Jamso Yi Shape Kaje Badu Tenjo Chik Om Swasti Vidzayantu Chosum Sasum Jitu Padmajun Ningne Sodep Tuje Tujinji Khenchen Balin Sherab Tupeku Kutse Tanshin Zezang Tachin Chok Om Swasti Sewang Ringzin Pe Mejin Labji Donye Rupe Laksan Orden La Sherum Golo Sumji Pajote Sanchen Natam Chole Namjal Sho. So we're on page 32 in our daily prayers. By this merit,
may all obtain omniscience. May it defeat the enemy wrongdoing. From the stormy waves of birth, old age, sickness, and death, from the ocean of samsara, may I free all beings. May the sole source of benefit and happiness, the Buddha's teachings, remain for a long time. May the victory banner of the lives of the noble ones, the holders of the teachings, remain firm. May all the temples and monasteries, all the readings and recitations of Dharma flourish. May the Sangha always be in harmony. May our aspirations be achieved. The sole remedy for the suffering of sentient beings, the source of every joy, is the teaching. May it remain honorably upheld and flourish for a long time. May all the numberless beings who are sick be quickly freed from sickness. May all the afflictions of sentient beings never again arise. May all sentient beings always be joyful. May all births into the lower realms cease forever. May the wishes of all the Bodhisattvas and all the Bhumis swiftly reach fruition. At this very moment, for the peoples and nations of the earth, may not even the names disease, famine, war, and suffering be heard, but rather may pure conduct, merit, wealth, and prosperity increase, and may supreme good fortune and well-being always arise. The precious Bodhichitta, and those without it, may it be generated. And those who have it, may it never diminish, but always continue increasing. Throughout the succession of lives into which I shall be born, may I obtain the 7 qualities of the upper realms of existence. May I meet the Dharma immediately after taking birth, and have the freedom to practice accordingly. May I please the holy Lamas and practice Dharma day and night. By understanding the Dharma and practicing its inmost essence, in that life may I cross the ocean of samsara. In samsara may I expound the excellent holy doctrine. May I not become bored and tired of accomplishing the benefit of others. By my own tremendous impartial service to others,
may everyone attain Buddhahood together. May the lotus feet
of the Guru who glorifies the teachings be firm. May the noble ones who hold the teachings encompass the earth. May the prosperity and dominion of the patrons of the teachings increase. And may the teachings auspiciously remain for a long time. May the secret treasures of all the victorious ones, their incomparably supreme teachings, arise as the sun in the sky, gloriously pervading the entire universe. Nectar essence of all the teachings of the victorious one, great charioteer of the secret Vajrayana teachings of the early translation school, emanation of Nupchen Sanjay Yeshe, great Tertan Sasum Lingpa, may your profound treasure pervade the entire world. May the soul swift path of all the Buddhas, the supreme vehicle, the great perfection, unanimously praised by all the victorious ones, the early translation school tradition of the king of the victorious ones, Padmasambhava, the conqueror's doctrine, pervade auspiciously throughout all directions. May the great tradition of Khenpo Tsewang Lopon Padmasambhava, and Dharma King Triksan Detsen increase and spread throughout the 3-realm world. May the appearance of the 3 jewels and the mind streams of beings remain inseparable and bring sublime well-being throughout the 3 times. Deity, mantra, and dharmakaya are the nature of appearance, sound, and awareness, the pervasive kaya and wisdom display of the Buddhas. May practitioners of the profound and secret great perfection remain inseparable from the innermost one-taste awareness of wisdom mind.
So, thank you.
Thank you.
It's wonderful to practice together. And of course, we'll be meeting next Saturday, and I think the Saturday after that, as well as the last Saturday in June, and perhaps further on too, to really practice together. And this is something where this is new format here. So usually we're here and we can also have some discussion among our group that's here in the room. So again, this practice time is for us to settle in our practice. So please, if anyone has any questions as you're practicing or reading or thinking about, these beautiful teachings, you have our email, you can write them in, and we'll try to bring that into whatever we present, on the Saturdays. If not, you write back. But we'll try to bring that again to kind of bring out for everyone who's participating. So I know one person just wrote just asking about accumulations, and particularly accumulation of the Vajrasattva. So first I'll just say a little bit what that means. Accumulations is, in the tradition, like everything, we become more and more and more familiar with something the more we repeat it in a continuum over time, through all life's ups and downs and busy times, dull times, keeping that continuum of touching home base with our practice. And then it's the tradition with the nundro practices as well as other practices to do the accumulations of the practice. And so once one's familiar and talking with your teacher and want to really begin setting the foundations in nundro, then we accumulate each one of these 5 main sections. And usually that's 100,000 of each section. So for example, 100,000 prostrations with the Refuge prayer, 100,000 repetitions of the Bodhichitta vows, 100,000 Mandala offerings, and then 100,000 recitations of the 100-syllable Vajrasattva mantra, and then 100,000 repetitions of the Vajraguru mantra in the Guru Yoga. So that's it. So the specific question was about the accumulation of Vajrasattva. So that is 100,000 of the 100-syllable mantra of Vajrasattva, the longer mantra. And then you just keep track of that. If you're doing your accumulation practice, you can include these practices we're doing together toward that. We'll talk more about that as we go, but I just thought to thank you. And of course, we're here just touching base in the limited time and limited knowledge we have. And but there's so many great books and teachings out there. Venerable Khenpo Tsewang Rinpoche has so many YouTube videos. There's also this Illuminating the Path from the Venerable Khenpos, as well as the words of my perfect teacher. And there's this beautiful teaching also from Dudjom Rinpoche, Torch Lighting the Way of Freedom. Words of my perfect teachers, another beautiful. There's many, many teachings from great scholars and great realized masters out there of the lineage. So just absorb them. It's best. Bring that into our practice and deepen our connection. So again, thank you. And
we've very bravely, widely opened the doors into this profound practice today. So for all people, it's warmly welcome to join, especially if you're new. I know we've covered a lot of ground here in this session with a lot of probably unfamiliar words and new methods. And it's just a beautiful bounty of these treasures that we have to work with. So please feel encouraged to come keep connecting with us in this way. We're very, very interested in a deep inquiry and for really questions and to put a lot of time into this practice, like Lama Laia was saying. This is something that we're going to ongoingly engage day after day for years and years and years and years. Bodhichitta never gets old. It's always the fresh, vital essence of the Buddha Dharma. So nundro is the core essence of bodhicitta. It's what all these noble lineage masters have perfected, their own beautiful Buddha nature, which shines out bodhicitta for all beings impartially. So please feel very warmly welcome to join in. We appreciate your interest and attention, and if you have any questions, really, please be in touch and join us next Saturday. Thanks.
Thank you.
You hit that. Thank you.